Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Naturehike Self-inflating camping pillow. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So let me get this open. So we have a tag here, has some specs on it. You can pause and read through that. I'll go over a couple. It's made of polyester TPU and the filling is made of 100% polyester. So it has a cinch bag for storage. And here's the pillow. Has a hook and loop strap. Take that off. So this is currently in the deflated form, you can see. And we have a valve here. That's a two-way valve. So if we open up the top part, that's going to let air in. And then if we open up the bottom part, that will let air out. And it will also let air in, obviously. But this valve is a one-way valve, so it will only let air in, it will not let air out. So I'll place that in there. So this has a foam inside of it, and once we open it up, it will start expanding and fill up with air. It says after self-inflating, you can give it a couple puffs of air to make the pillow firmer. With self-inflating pads, I like to store these inflated at home, and then I will deflate them when I pack them up to go camping. That way they retain more of their loft and they expand more quickly. Another thing you could do is set this out in the sun for a little bit and let it warm up, and that will relax the foam and also help it expand. So I'm going to get a little blower. I'll blow a little air in here. Okay, so I have that firmer now. Now this is probably a lot firmer than I want it, but sometimes it can help to leave it like this, inflate it a little bit, and then I can let the air out. And it will go back to its kind of neutral position. So see, that still is staying kind of puffed up. So here we have the pillow. You can see the side profile. Has a place for your neck here. It has a nice feel on it with this fabric. It's not too slippery or too coarse. It's a little slipperier on the back side. So when you're done using this, we can open this up and then we can press the air out. So typically what I would do is maybe even like sit on it or just fold it in half and get most of the air out. And I'll just put the cap in part way. So you can see it's partly deflated. Then I can fold this and start rolling it up. And you can see this is going to build up pressure here, and I can pull that cap back out and finish rolling it. And then I can put that cap back in. Now I can take the strap here. I feel like this would be a little easier to do on a floor than on a bench, because you can put your weight into it. So we'll get that there, even it out a little bit. Could probably get a little bit more air out of there. And that will go back in the cinch bag. Like so. So I just wanted to do a demonstration of this on my bench close up with a nice light. So now I'm going to test this out and I'll come back and give my thoughts and sum this up. Okay, so I have the pillow here, and I also have the Naturehike sleeping bag that was provided to me by Naturehike. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link below to the video I made on it. So I have the pillow inflated already, so I'll test it out. Now this winter sleeping bag has a hood. So with this, I typically put the pillow on the outside of the sleeping bag. For a summer sleeping bag, I potentially would put it on the inside. But you can really do it either way. So when I first laid on it, it was just slightly stiffer than I liked. So I let just a little bit of air out. Of course, when you press down on this, it's going to displace the air and press it to the edges. So it just allowed my head to sink in just a little bit. So the nice thing about this is you can adjust it if you want a firmer or a softer pillow. So when I laid on my back, I had the lower part down. And when I laid on my side, it still had that indent in the middle for my head and supported my neck. But it seems like you could also turn this upside down if you want a little bit thicker of a support under your neck if you lay on your side. But I found it comfortable in either position. I really like the fabric on this. I don't feel like I would need a separate pillowcase if I was using this. So now let's deflate this and put it back in the bag. So the first thing I want to do is open up that valve. I want to open up the second valve, not the first one. Like so. And I'm going to press the air out of this. So I'm just going to put my knees right on it. And then I'm going to put the cap in, and you can see I did not press it in all the way. It's still holding air. Now this could fall out easy, but for the purposes of rolling it up, I think this will work fine. So I'll fold this in half. I have the strap ready. Now this is starting to fill with air, so I'll pop that cap loose as I roll. Now I can put some more weight into it. And I'll put that cap back in. So now I can put the strap around it. And now that's nice and compact. Now I can press this in all the way to completely seal it. And we can put it in the cinch pack. So you can see I do have a little bit of extra room there. So if I didn't get it rolled quite as tight as this, it would still fit. There you go. So that's ready to put in your camping gear. So that's the Naturehike Self-inflating foam pillow. Up until this point, I've mostly been using a throw pillow when I go camping. It takes up a lot of room, and I've been on the look for a good camping pillow. I have an inflatable plastic one. I've never used it because it would be like sleeping on a balloon. This is really the way to go. You have that foam inside with the air, so you have the softness, but you can also dial in the firmness with the air. I really like the compact size of this when you're not using it. But then when it's inflated, you have a good sized pillow. I've seen some camping pillows that are absolutely tiny. I think this is plenty big to meet my needs when I'm camping. So if you're looking for a camping pillow that checks all the boxes, I think this is a great option. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.